Okay, here we are at TVRM. Yeah, as you can see, there is the 907 right behind me, and down there is the 4501. Lane's down there taking photos of it. So yeah, we're here at TVRM for day 1 of the Dalton things. So, well, Dalton adventure. So yeah, I'm gonna walk down here. Blaine,
yeah.
What do you think of the 01?
Yes. Hold on that side.
What?
Hold on, let me show you.
So guys, this is the 4501, Southern 4501. It is a MS Class 282 Mikado.
MS1.
MS1.
I'm trying to show you, not the viewers.
I like that a lot. So, 4501 has a lighter smoke box.
Yes.
Over there, Southern 2594 and Encinitas TL710. Yeah, we're gonna get on the 1130.
Yeah.
Missionary Ridge local. All right, boys, here we go. We're going into the 906.
Round trip today that will cross 4 bridges and pass through 1 tunnel. My name is Travis and I am your conductor for today and your historian on this trip. My flagman here on the back is Evan, our engineer is Brian, and our fireman is Joseph.
Brian!
The railroad we're traveling over today was originally completed in August of 1859 as the East Tennessee and Georgia Railroad. ET&G connected Knoxville, Tennessee with Dalton, Georgia. The only way to get from Knoxville to Chattanooga by rail was to go down to Dalton on the ET&G and then turn north back to Chattanooga on the Western and Atlantic Railroad. In 1894, the ET&G property here became owned by the Southern Railway. Now, I'm going to back up just a little bit more. In 1859, the Chattanooga extension connecting Cleveland, Tennessee on the ET&G main line with Chattanooga was completed. Construction for that was funded and overseen by a major stockholder in the company, James A. Whiteside. You'll hear a little more about him in a few minutes. The original 1859 right-of-way can be seen off to the left down below us on what appears to be a gravel driveway. We are traveling on a 1906 realignment constructed by the Southern Railway. They upgraded the line by modernizing it with new signals, double track, and by raising it up on a fill to get it above the high water mark of the flood of 1867. In 1954, they abandoned this right-of-way in favor of a new route around the head end of Missionary Ridge, bypassing the tunnel. That new line is still used today by the modern Norfolk Southern Corporation. The high water mark for the flood of 1867 will be able to be seen on the left-hand side of the train here momentarily. Down below us on a tree, you'll see a yellow stripe painted on it. That indicates the 9-foot-high flood mark from the 1867 flood. We will then cross over our longest and highest bridge at 65 feet and 360 feet in length across South Chickamauga Creek.
So right there is the Chickamauga Creek, and that's the...
The next bridge we'll be crossing is over the Western and Atlantic Railroad. The Western and Atlantic was the very first railroad completed into the Chattanooga area, being completed in May of 1850. It was built by the state of Georgia, and to this day is still owned by the state of Georgia. However, it is operated by CSX Transportation under a leasing agreement. The state of Georgia, when they were building that railroad, almost did not make it to Chattanooga. The reason being, the city of Chattanooga and the state of Tennessee did not want the Western and Atlantic Railroad, the Georgia State Railroad, being built across their line. That would be the equivalent of your neighbor wanting to build a railroad across your property. You probably wouldn't want that very much, would you? Well, that gentleman I mentioned a few minutes ago, Colonel James A. Whiteside, lobbied on behalf of the Western and Atlantic Railroad to the state of Tennessee and the city of Chattanooga, and got them permission to build around the head end of Missionary Ridge in downtown Chattanooga, where they built a small yard and station. The Western and Atlantic Railroad's place in history came on April 12th of 1862 when it played host to the Andrews Raid or Great Locomotive Chase. 24 Union spies under the command of a civilian named James Andrews began working their way south out of Shelbyville, Tennessee a few days prior with plans to destroy that railroad. Along the way south, 2 men had to drop out and join Confederate units as they were suspected of being spies. And then on the morning of their planned raid, 2 other men overslept and missed their train ride back north. So 18 soldiers and 2 civilians boarded a northbound passenger train in Marietta, Georgia behind a steam locomotive known as the General. They rode the train north to the town of Big Changey, Georgia, then known as Kennesaw. And while the train was stopped there for the crew and passengers to have a breakfast stop, these men uncoupled the passenger cars and illegally borrowed the General and a few boxcars coupled to it. And they started running north up the W&A Railroad, tearing up track, cutting telegraph wire, and attempting to burn bridges. The biggest thing they did not count on, besides the weather not cooperating, was the persistence and stubbornness of the conductor, Mr. William Fuller. He started chasing his stolen train, first on foot, then on the pushcart, and then on a succession of 3 separate locomotives, finally on board the locomotive Texas, running backwards at speeds in excess of 60 miles an hour on a railroad regulated for 15 miles an hour. I think he was a little mad. He dogged these raiders so hard that they did not have enough time to take on enough fuel and water to make it to Chattanooga or complete all of their sabotage missions. The General ran out of steam 2 miles north of Ringgold, Georgia, about 10 miles to our south. The raiders abandoned the locomotive and fled into the nearby woods, where within a week, all 24 of these men were captured. That includes the 2 that overslept and the 2 that were in the Confederate unit near Jasper, Tennessee. These men were imprisoned here in Chattanooga. Several escaped and were recaptured, some successfully escaped. Others were court-martialed in Knoxville, and 8 of them were sent to Atlanta to be hanged as spies. Those 8 men are now buried in Chattanooga's National Military Cemetery, located off of Holtzclaw Avenue, which is the oldest national cemetery in the United States and second largest only to Arlington. The rest of the raiders, again, either escaped from prison or rolled back to the north in a prisoner of war exchange in 1863. And of these 24 men, 19 of them became the very first recipients of the Medal of Honor. However, as civilians, James Andrews and William Campbell were ineligible for this award. The locomotives General and Texas are both preserved, the General at the Southern Museum of Civil War and Locomotive History in Kennesaw, and the Texas at the Atlanta History Center in the Buckhead area of Atlanta. We're now crossing over Tunnel Boulevard. Originally there was a tunnel located underneath this railroad here. That's how the road got its name. When this railroad was abandoned by the Southern Railway in 1954, the city of Chattanooga removed that tunnel, leaving a large gap that we replaced with a bridge in 1977. So today, Chattanooga has a tunnel boulevard that no longer has a tunnel. We are now beginning our climb up Missionary Ridge, but rather than going over it, we are going to go through it. The tunnel we will be passing through is 986 feet in length, 18 feet in height, and 12.5 feet wide at its narrowest point. It was built completely by hand between 1856 and 1858, completed and dedicated on August 5th, 1859. The tunnel was, again, completely hand dug for 3 reasons. Number 1, black powder, when it gets wet, will not detonate, and there is an underground spring located above this tunnel's construction site. Number 2, dynamite had not yet been invented. Number 3, Missionary Ridge is composed primarily of stratified limestone, which deteriorates rapidly when exposed to water, and engineers feared that blasting would cause a total collapse of the tunnel's construction site. 2 crews thus began digging in 1856, meeting in the middle in 1858, only 3 inches off center side to side of one another. When dedicated, the tunnel was named Whiteside Tunnel after Colonel James A. Whiteside. The interior of the tunnel is lined with stacked stone, handmade brick, and natural carved rock. If you want to use your flashlight on your phone to shine out the windows, you can see the tunnel walls. The handmade brick you see that was made on-site during construction is stacked approximately 11 feet thick inside this tunnel. A little bit about our good friend the Colonel that this tunnel is named after. We kind of like to refer to him as the father of this railroad. He was the lobbyist for Chattanooga's first railroad, the Western Atlantic. He was the vice president of Chattanooga's second railroad, the Nashville and Chattanooga, a major stockholder on the third railroad, the East Tennessee and Georgia, which we're traveling on. And he was a board member on the fifth railroad, the Wills Valley Railroad. He owned the very first brick house in Chattanooga, donated land and money to numerous churches in the area. He was a very religious man. His family is still in the Chattanooga area today, and his family was responsible for the creation of the CHI Memorial Hospital. His wife Harriet inherited his fortune after he passed away in 1861. and she felt that after she was released from captivity by the Union Army after the close of the American Civil War, Mrs. Whiteside built a turnpike up the side of Lookout Mountain to her reconstructed Point Hotel and charged people outrageous amounts of money to use it. One of her stepsons, one of the colonel's sons, at that time built an incline up Lookout Mountain and ran his own stepmom and her turnpike out of business. She turned around then and built another incline up Lookout Mountain and ran her stepson out of business. The resulting original family feud there resulted in the construction of Chattanooga's Lookout Mountain Incline Railway that is still in operation today. The world's steepest passenger railway, built and constructed by Harriet Whiteside. As we exit the tunnel, we are on the Chattanooga side of Missionary Ridge in an area that was highly contested over during the American Civil War. It was not a Jim Crow car and is still in its as-delivered configuration as a 56-seat standard coach.
8.
We're now approaching our destination today of East Chattanooga. Once the train comes to a stop, we will call you out by car to the offloading ramp. Please follow what I like to call the yellow dot road off of the ramp and down to the turntable. I like to say we have the yellow dot road because our budget does not allow for yellow bricks. So just follow the yellow dot road around the ramp down to the turntable. Please make sure to maintain proper social distancing from groups that are not in, from people that are not in your group. The East Chattanooga Depot here will be open for emergency restrooms only. Here at East Chattanooga, we will do a demonstration of our turntable by rotating the locomotive for the return trip to Grand Junction, after which we will reboard the train for the return trip to Grand Junction. Please stay in your seats until asked to depart the train. And please remember what seat you're in, and please return to those seats for the return trip to Grand Junction. If you are in car 906 in the table in the seats for 2, you will notice that you have empty seats across from you. You are welcome to move to those seats so you can face forward on the return trip. Ladies and gentlemen, station stop, East Chattanooga.
There's 630's cab.
Yeah.
Right there is 630's cab.
There's 1829.
Can't focus there. And then 1829 and tag 80, which are right behind each other.
606. That's ironic.
All right.
Oh, there's Charles.
Tag 80, 1829, and then 606.
You can see the 109.
You can see the 109. Well, we can. Right.
I don't think you can see it either. I didn't spot that here.
Built in 1911, the world famous Southern Railway number 4501. It was built in October 1911 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for the Southern Railway, used on many parts of their system, Knoxville, Tennessee, Somerset, Kentucky, and lastly in Princeton, Indiana. It was the very first out of 485 282 locomotives on the Southern Railway system. Now what do those numbers mean? 282, as referring to the wheels. 2 wheels up front, 8 driving wheels in the middle, 2 trailing wheels in the back. 282. This is the first of 485 282s on the Southern Railway. Do you know how many are left? 1. The first one is the only one left. How, over the course of history, did the oldest of 485 282s become the only one left?
Alright guys, we're back on the train going back to Grand Junction. I took my mask off because it was my mouth.
Way too hot.
Yeah, it was way too hot.
Yeah, it's really hot.
But anyway.
Oh, he's doing ticket counts. I thought for a minute, what is he doing? He was clicking that.
He's clicking the ticket thing, to punch a hole into the ticket.
He's these little ticket. They have a thing that counts how many clicks you do, and they'll put a number.
Trav, you get through doing your walk through the train, come back here to the 907. Help me get these seats situated on how they need to be blocked off. Copy that. I'll be there in just a minute. Okay.
Apparently we're gonna be, I don't know
We're
what.
in the 906.
I know, we're in the 906. Anyway, so over there, you can't see it yet. There it is. That is NS8. I don't remember.
Not TVRM 8.
Yeah, it's at TVRM.
Yep, almost at one and I released it.
WT51, which I have no clue what they're doing with anymore, because they don't run mainline excursions anymore. They'll probably keep it in case they can run mainline excursions, but to my knowledge, the last time they used it was on the main line, but sometimes, I've been told sometimes when they do test runs with like 630 or 01, they put on that's what they did with 01's test run. They had, when they were running at the Somerville on a test run, they had 4501, the aux center, the 1407, and a couple passenger cars.
We also had 51 on its little test run up to Cleveland and return.
Yeah. I don't know why. I'm sure they'll keep it in case they run again.
Yeah.
Again, but right now, I don't know what their plans are for it, so.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
Travis walks through here, I'll ask him. I'd like to look at that house right there.
Yeah.
It looks nice, and you're right next to the TVRM.
Right next to TVRM mainline.
And you're not far from the butts either, so.
Right.
Pretty good deal, I would say. Feels so good to hear that whistle.
Mm-hmm. Good to be back. And it is currently 12:21.
The boys are in town, the boys are in town.
So, yeah, Jackson will be here in, like, within the hour.
Hopefully. And then my friend Matthew Freyer should be here sometime.
Yeah. And his dad actually works for TVRM.
Yeah, they're both really nice.
Yeah. So.
Speaking of Matthew, they posted a video today, the Foamer Squad, about my birthday party 2018. So I'm gonna watch that later. Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
You can't see us.
You can see the lights, though.
You can see the lights, but you can't see us.
You can't see us.
Yeah.
But we are.
If you would have turned the exposure up, you probably could. Don't do that, because then the tunnel's gonna be
Yeah, and then it's gonna be, we're gonna be washed out.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2,
But
5, 4, 3, 2.
you know, I can kind of tell
We're not good at this.
We're on the
3,
outside
2,
of.
1, and out.
Here we go.
Did it that time. They'll probably use WT51 like on the Somerville if they run 630, like a longer term than like, because he didn't use it last time I saw it, but that was like 5 cars. They like got the longer.
Somerville is like
Like if take 4501's dad.
Somerville is like 8 cars.
I've been on it before. And 5.
I've seen like 8. That's like the most that I've seen.
Most I've seen it was 11. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, I think they overshot it.
No, they meant to do that.
Yeah. Well, I think they meant to overshoot it. Okay. They have meant. I'm just trying to get the camera settings. Okay, so yeah, we were sitting inside the Grand Junction Depot inside the deli, and right in front of me is Executive Mac Foamer.
Hi, I'm Jackson.
Yeah, this is Jackson. Yeah. So basically, it's like this is day 1.
Yeah, this is
The Dalton vlog series.
actual Dalton vlog series.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Asheville.
Drag it down the hill one time.
Anyway.
the Asheville vlog series, which is something that Chris was doing. Protesters in Asheville. That was an interesting video. I watched it last night, so appreciate my like.
Yeah, I will. I did.
So now there's
Arthur is also here, but he's down at the 01 grabbing
ugly thing somewhere down there.
Oh yeah, Jackson doesn't like steam.
Just like literally, it's a tube and another tube, and that other tube makes smoke. That's all it is. I know I just angered about half of the 20 people that watch, the 5 people that watch these videos. I'm sorry, Chris. That was an insult
No,
to you.
it's true. Anyway. Anyway. It's interesting because they color coded all the coaches to like red, blue, yellow, and green. So when you see like the green wristband, we were in the green coach.
Oh,
no, the orange one is just for admission, but like the green one is for.
It's moving! It's moving! Oh my God! It's moving! It's moving!
Anyway.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Somebody help! Hi. Yes. I've called you here today to talk about your crippling addiction to steam locomotives. It's not healthy. You know what steam locomotives do to you. They get into your blood, they get into your mind, they seep into every crack of your brain, every fiber of your being, and they remain there. They don't go away. They stay with you. You cannot escape them. They are a cancer. It spreads, and they must be stopped. Thank you for my PSA.
Arthur just gave me a piece of coal dust.
Yeah. How kind are you?
Arthur, say hi to the vlog. Hey.
Yo.
Got everyone here.
The boys are back in town.
We're gonna kidnap this kid, and then
This is gonna be the thumbnail. You ready? Lane, get in here.
Thing was the
Let's see.
All right, let's see this.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we made it to the condo, as you can guys see.
We're watching Technoblade, but I'm still getting.
Yeah, we're watching Technoblade, and
Technoblade and unpacking our trains. This is
yeah, we're unpacking. Yeah, we're unpacking our model train stuff. In fact, here's the entire table of model
And then
trains.
don't forget my stuff down
Here's all of my stuff, and then Arthur's stuff, and then mix of Lane's stuff. Here's all of Jackson's stuff.
Well, that's not all of mine. This is all of mine. I
know. Both these things are from Jackson's stuff. This is Technoblade. We're watching Technoblade. Here's Lane's stuff for some of it. His laptop. Kitchen and stuff. We have cheerwine. Lights. Tripods. I want to play that.
We need internet, so
Yeah.
Wi-Fi password this, so I can play. So we can play. So I should probably start belonging to.
Yeah, you should too.
This game stresses me out, and Wilbur does not help. Yes, it's not
Alright,
the ghost. There's
so-
no rules against it, yes.
Chris, show them how close it is to the tracks.
Oh yeah, right. We're sitting right next to the tracks. Like if I look out this window, boom, tracks.
24-hour rail fanning, gang. Haha.
Yeah. There's tracks right there, so we can see if trains go through or not.
The WNA sub and the NS Atlanta North District.
Yes. It's actually been very quiet today, so I don't know if we'll.
Dead.
Yeah, it's been dead today, so I don't know if we'll get anything with today, but yeah. So.
We got an ace leader at TVRM. UP ace leader.
Yeah, we did. So, yeah, we're just chilling out, and I'll probably I don't know. We're just hanging out, and we'll probably get some food later, something like that. Yes. So, anyway, I will see y'all later. I don't know if this is the end of it, if this is the end of it or not, but I will see y'all later.
It's a rebuild. Never mind.
That sucks.
Yep. Oh well.
I mean, basically, general power.
So we have a bit of an update for you guys. We have all these locomotives.
Drive up to you. Yes.
And Lane is playing GTA.
Yes.
Jackson is being Jackson. And Arthur's looking at.
I want to drive.
I beheaded my locomotive.
Let's do it again.
He beheaded a locomotive.
Don't worry, it's
I'm not-
fine.
So let me brighten it up. There we go. Now we can actually see everything.
So I'm good.
Okay.
Come
Come on, get back on.
So I'm good.
So yeah, I hear
Jesus, Lane, you
There was
scared
a
me.
wall there.
Okay, it's fixed.
So anyway, guys, we are just chilling.
We chillin'.
We.
Vibing.
So anyway, guys, we're just chilling out. There's a umbrella light right behind me, by the way.
How far am I?
Vibe.
Are you already flying?
So-
Christian?
Yes,
Vibration
that's.
I'm
We have
2.6
that.
miles away.
We also have Cheerwine.
Oh, Christian,
Good.
do you want to hear what my Wi-Fi password is apparently?
What?
It's 463,
I think so.
475, 89. Now tell me that's too convenient. That tree.
Norfolk and Worcester.
You're just recording yourself drinking cheer wine.
Yeah, he is.
What, you don't record yourself drinking cheer wine?
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to have two different conversations. One with you guys and one with the retards. I mean the foamers.
No, I'm not a
What's the
foamer.
difference?
What is it?
Thank you guys for watching. Me and Lane are about to edit our vlogs.
I'm doing it now. I remember when I was done. I'm running out
So, yeah, so we're kind of done for the day. We're just gonna stay in here. So yeah, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. Jackson says good night.